Good morning, all. Good morning, all. And good morning, all. I want to feel your presence. We are having a summit, ACMS, membership summit. There are new features so far as ACMS is concerned. And the originators are here. It's in parts. They want to take the first part with us. So let us concentrate and get the new features. Because for all we know, if we don't have the new features, it means we are rusty. So we want to invite Shelley and the team. Come. So
Good morning. It's good to see everybody again. And we are going to take a few minutes and start with a couple of our new features, and we'll do some more later today. And Chiago is getting set up. We will need the projectors on. And he's going to start by showing a new way, some new ways we want the system to help with duplicates. Okay? Because I don't know how often we heard it mentioned in here yesterday or the day before about people transferring manually and ending up being in two churches. All right. And we've had a merge process, but it's been a bit more manual. And, but now we have a process that we hope is going to help with finding duplicates, potential duplicates, and with being able to resolve them. Well, Tiago, are you ready? Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Tiago, and we thank you for your attention. And we may have some time for some questions after, depending on the breakfast schedule. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. How are you doing? Okay, so I want to start with some questions. How many of you have been using the merging options that we have today? Hands. Yeah. So we know how it works, right? Um, how many of you already use a duplicate report that we have? Do you know that we have a potential duplicate report, right? Let me show a bit of that. This is very helpful sometimes. So if you go to reports, member, you have duplicate members, okay? And I want to start with this because this is the base for the new idea, okay? But maybe if somebody is not aware of this, it's a good opportunity to understand this. So with this report, we can choose the level that we want to compare, and then we get um, a report with potential duplicates, right? The system will detect duplicates for you and will list for you. So one of the big problems that we have is to try to not have this kind of duplicates, right? So any system that will manage persons will have this problem. And you can see that ACMS takes some steps to try to avoid. So when you are going to add a new person, what happens? You just add a new person, or you have to do something before? You have to search. Why you have to search? To try to see if that person is already in the system. So as you, well, you cannot see here, so let's try to. So hopefully you can see here now. Uh, with this report, you have a list of potential duplicates. So you have the name of the two persons that are similar, and then you could go to the feature there in the member page and try to search both members and then start that process. So because this is something that is very critical for a person management system, let's say, something that we are handling, managing names and persons, we decide to improve a little bit this process. And this is not yet available, okay? You are the first people outside of the team to see this. Even Sherry, I think, will be the first time, okay? So it's very, very new. It's in the oven, let's say. We are finishing this, but it is available for us to have a look. So the idea is that under the member, you're going to have now a page for duplicate members, okay? And in this page, it's the same concept of that report, okay? The system, ACMS in the background, will kind of try to detect potential duplicates. Because if you're not looking into that report that I mentioned, you probably would merge people by chance, right? When you're doing a search and then you get two records. And then you say, oh, I have a duplicate and I need to solve that. That would be probably by chance. But in this case, this page, as you can see, give us a list already of potential duplicates. Okay? So this is my church, okay? And can you see the list, the size of the list of potential duplicates? It's better. Let's see one more. Yeah? Okay. So you can see, and this is getting my members and then checking under over the database that we have in any other church to see if we have a duplicate. Okay? And let's see, let's pick one member here. So I found this member and I want to analyze them. So if I click here, then the design, let me just try to do this. Now you can see that actually it's not just two records that are, in this case, by chance, I guess, I found one that have three records duplicate. And one is the member and the other two are person. This is the perfect and easiest of the scenarios that we have. And because of this, I can only um, merge if I say, okay, this is the right person. Or I can even say, okay, no, I compare and that's not the same person. So I flag as this is a different person and will not stay in this list anymore. But these, and you have some features here to try to identify. So you have the history of the person that you can check here. In this case, it's just a person. Uh, and after you analyze everything, you can merge. Oh, I want to merge this to this person, or then you can do the second one, and then you can, if you are doing, spend some time doing this, you can move to the next record and analyze the next record. So what do you think? It's easier than the current process? You think it will going to help you with to find duplicates? And this is the goal. You remember, right? Simplifying church management. That's the idea. Trying to make this simpler. And as you can see, duplicates is a big, big problem that we have, and then that's why we are trying to make this a bit easier to for the church clerks, for the members to work. Another thing that is uh, that we are trying to solve is in the old process. What happened if I had a duplicate that was not? Let's say I'm the church clerk of one church, and I have a duplicate that is one of the records are in my church, of course, and the other is in a different church. What happens? Can I merge this person? No. The conference needs to do. If they are in different conference, then the union has to. If they're in different unions, the division. If they're different divisions, only the general conference. If no, different general conference we don't have, right? Maybe we had to pray then. But but now, because we are setting a rule that only you can only merge a member with a non-member. Okay, you only can merge a member with a non-member. Then we make things easier. So let me try to get another record. Let's see if I lucky here. This is in the same church. Um, yeah, this is in different churches. So even though these two records are in different churches, I have available the merge button for me. So we are not going to depend more on escalate the level to request to the conference. So the only moment that you need to do that uh, is if you have two members. If you need to merge two members, then you need to be in contact and solve. One of them needs to be removed somehow, and then you need, in order for you to merge. So this is the first request with first new feature that we have, and hopefully it will be available soon for you. And but I'm happy to announce that, and you are the first one to know about this. Okay, question? No, it is not available for anyone yet, but as soon as it will be available for everyone, then. But I just announcing this for you now. It's the first time that we. This is new, very new. So hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes. Do I have a question? No, because the system will flag the potential duplicates. So it already analyzed these options. So what we are thinking yet is if we are going to keep the old process or not. I think we possibly will keep the old one, and then it will work the same way it was working. But yeah, today if it is flagged as the potential duplicate, you can merge. It will if the name is too different, it will not link to them anyway. But any other questions? I have 1 minute for this. Yeah, I have a friend that says that ACMS is church manual compliant, right? And then you are not going to find strange fires here. So so what we are trying to do is that the process to merge two members is something that we analyze, and we think that's not the right way to solve that. So if you have, let's see if I can find one case like this. But if you have the case to have two active members and you need to merge them, you're not going to be able to do anymore, even in the new page and the old page also. So you're going to have to analyze. Let's say that these two records are member records. Okay, I'm not finding one right now. So if this is two members here, I will have to analyze and understand. Okay, what happened here, and what do I need to do with one of the records to change them from a member to a person. So it is an adjustment, or it is a removal by apostasy or by request or whatever. You need to understand, follow the church manual, remove the person, and then merge. Okay? Comments?
Yeah, because if you have two members, If they're in the same church, that's easier because you can see that that's an error of some sort. And you can resolve that. You can undo the baptism. If they both have baptisms, you can undo one, and then that person is a person. That individual's a person, and then you can merge them. If they're in a different church or different conference, you may not know why they're in the system twice. Okay. And you've got to stop and think about that. Which church? Why? Were they baptized in two churches instead of in the second church instead of transferring? Okay. And that happens, right? They go to another church and they join by baptism or by profession of faith, even though they're a member somewhere else. So you can't just merge those two people because that second church believes that they're a member there. So we can't just take them out, right? One of those churches is going to have to sort out which one is should not, where his membership really should be. And the one where the membership should not be needs to be resolved. Okay? And it's they should be taken out as a member of one of those churches. But when you do that, they're still in the computer system. That doesn't delete the record. So the record's in there twice, and now you can merge it if they're no longer a member twice. But the churches, this is a people issue too, because you have to stop and figure out why are they in there twice? Right? What happened? You have to look at their history and you have to think about what happened here so that we can figure out the best way to appropriately get them to be a non-member in one of those churches. What's the appropriate way to do that based on how they became a member, right? And that's going to be different based on each scenario. So they have to be looked at. We can't have the system just automatically be merging people blindly because churches think that these people are members. The church board took a vote to pull them in. So to take them out has to be understood. The only place it's simpler is that in one church, then it's clearer that was a clerical error, somewhere along the way in one church. You get outside of that, you can't just mess with church board votes to put somebody in a church. All right. You have to be clear and they have to go through the process of resolving that, of rectifying it.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. So here I found one option that both of both of them are members, and you don't have the option here to merge. So you have to solve. We are working to see how can we help guide you to this process to solve. Okay, maybe a shortcut for the adjustment or for the apostasy for the transactions area, but you cannot say what you can do here is like say, okay, I understand that this is not the primary record that we need to do. I want to change for this one, so you can, this is the primary record now and this is the record that's going to stay. So you can do this. And the second goal is we are trying to not to solve these problems without having to escalate to the next level. So we are probably going to have more features here to try to communicate with the other church and solve with the church and not with the next level, because they actually know what's happening in their church. Sometimes even the conference don't know all the internal context there. So that's another thing that is not here yet, but is to come. We usually do like a first run of the feature, get feedback, and then we move to the next. Okay? One more? And maybe sometimes you have to do that anyway, because if they are active, manage to have they all in your local church, you're going to have control and do the adjustments and do whatever you need to do to have just one member and the others as secondary and non-members, and then you can merge. Okay, so but yeah, unfortunately, every merge can be a little bit different, and then you have to analyze and understand how you're going to solve that specific uh, merger. So let's move to the next. Let's move to the next feature, and is something that was mentioned yesterday. That is the option uh, to enter the baptism form. Let's see if I have my internet working. So that's something that I think at some point I want to understand better. What's the form that you use if somebody is being baptized? Do you use a specific form or a paper that they need to enter their information? Uh, if somebody can get one of these forms as an example, it's not now, but at some point I will be happy to see to understand a little bit better the process, because the idea is that that can be a document. Okay, some places they have the pastor sign that, the church clerk sign. You have all the information. Sometimes well, usually the member also needs to sign. Talking about data privacy is an opportunity to get consent for the member. So it's nice to analyze these options. And then if you have all these in this particular document, it would be nice to have these on the system. So that's the idea behind to have this option to upload data. So let me try to the basic process to enter a new member. You know this very well, so I'll not spend too much time here. Um, so let's say for baptism, they, yes, they, okay, this is the minimum information that I need, right? And what I actually want to show is this option here, attach baptism form, okay? So if you have this enabled in your conference, it will be available this option to when you are entering a new member to attach the baptism form. And then you have two options you can see here. The first one is just upload the file that you have in your computer. But we know that sometimes we don't have that option. The file, you have the paper with you, right? How you do? Sometimes we don't have a flat scan. Is that the name? A scanner, a regular scanner. You only have your phone. So I will try to demonstrate how we plan to do this. So um, I'm on my phone now. I think you can see. I will open my camera. Now I need to do something first. See if I can. Yeah, I'll have to stop this. Yeah. So with my camera, I can scan this QR code. And as soon as I scan this, I will share again. So now I jump from my computer, my not my laptop session here to my phone. So it's now loading this. Let's see, it will take a time. And with this, we are going to be able to hopefully to upload an image. So you can see here that I have a tab to take a photo. And let's see, I can choose from my library if I took all the photos already, but let's choose take a photo or video here. And as you can see, I guess, we have the camera here. Let's see, where's the document? That's it. The document is this thing here, okay? So I can take a picture with my phone. I said, okay, I want to use this. I can kind of adjust where is the document. And then if I confirm, send image. Let me try to do something here. Can you see my page already starting to change because it's loading? And hopefully my 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 file is now from here, and you can see that is here. So that good? Thank you. What do you think? That can help a little bit the process to scan. I know you're using your phone most of the time, and if you're using your phone, and huh?
Yes, they wanted to do it again. But what I want to ask, usually the forms, the information that is entered on the form, it's not for individuals. It's a list of all those who are getting baptized that very day. So how do you assess individual forms? Okay. Okay. So the forms have to be individual forms given to them to feel okay. Okay. So here in Ghana, usually the personal ministries or the secretariat, the clerks will assist to fill the forms on one full sheet. Okay. But if we'll have to do this, we'll have to have individual forms where they will upload and
I remembered on our Word ACMS platform, I share that form. I'm trying to get it and I will show it again. So there is one we recommended for the whole division. So you can use it for people to after baptism, and is the one the member is going to fill, and then you use it as in place of the registration form. So that's what we recommended. I'll try and get it out and then we can look at it again.
Yes, we have the registration form in ACMS that have some basic information. We also have a baptismal form that we can share as an example if you want to have. But make this individually is usually interesting. Let's say there's some.
Pastor Nat, Pastor, Pastor Nat, I think we're talking about the one we put here is the actual certificate, not the form A or so that we fill. Is it not the Basima certificate that you're talking about right now?
In this case, it's not the baptismal certificate yet. It is a different form. Yeah.
those that you fill for each one of the form. Okay. For now, it's going to be individual form. I think it's good. Then again, we'll be able to have the picture of the person taking person in that individual same time. And it's easier to have.
And I'll, yes, this is come back a little bit to the concept of counting, right? If you are doing one by one, you're just focused on that record. If you have, even if you have a list, you start to have too many things to handle in the same place. So that's part of the concept.
Before we go and baptize the members, there's this form that we fill. After baptism, the pastor or the church secretary will fill a baptismal certificate, of which the pastor will sign, which will be given to the member. Is that the one that we are going to attach here, or the forms?
It's
Not
the
the
form.
certificate,
It's a
the
form.
forms.
So this is one example of the form that one of the divisions used to upload here. So you have basically the data that we need in ACMS, and in the bottom, I guess you have an option to sign. Yeah, the pastor sign, the member sign, and then this is kind of the document that there's data privacy already into this. So it's the document that you need to upload.
I would like to know, aside this, at your place, do you have baptismal certificate also?
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That no, we have baptism certificate, but we are not upload them. Do you want me to do it again? Yeah. So again, I'm on the same page. Okay, I just click on the attach baptism form, and then I have these two options. If you're using your phone, if you're already using your phone, you're not going to use the QR code. Okay, you just use this option to upload. But if you're in your desktop and you want to use your phone to upload this, then you can do. You have to do this. Use the QR code. So I'm going to use the QR code now. And while it's loading, I will share my screen again, and I will try to even to. Yeah, it is loading. I just want to get that real. So I'm transferring my connection, let's say, from my computer to my phone. And yes, now I have the option again. I will see the document. Okay, take a picture of this document. Use this. I can adjust a little bit to make sure that all the information is here. And I can confirm. I can send. Then let me stop this. So that is now is working. Oh, maybe you think I'm doing some tricks there, right? I'm going to stay here. Let's see if we will finish, and then I will just get close to that when this finish. Let's hope. So, I didn't touch my computer, okay? I'll just put the view document and ta-da, we have the data, okay? So that's the thank you, John. So that's the feature, and then these will be available in other moments. This will be linked to the member record. So if they transfer their record, somebody will have the original baptism form of the member. They can see, understand, and take. If okay, who was the pastor that baptized this person? It's not in ACMS. Somebody deleted. You can see in the baptismal form the original data that was collected and entered in ACMS. So that's one of the reasons to have this. Despite that, if you're talking about privacy data, can be a legal document for you to store, and then you'll have this proof that the members sign and that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Good morning once again. So, as I was saying, when we were cross-checking our notes from sister division in Africa, we saw this from SID. And this is the way we customize it from WAD. You could see Seventh Adventist Church with Central Africa Division, ACMS at the other, baptism and ACMS form. So you will see basically the information. This is to certify that the birth date, birthplace, the gender, the ID number and code, those one ACMS will generate it later. The profession is almost the same information you have on the registration document. So this is what we suggested. It is on our platform, ACMS platform, both on Telegram and WhatsApp. Thank you, George. He was the first to retrieve it. He sent it, and I sent it back to our platform. So this is it. We might decide to improve it or not, but we have one that we are using. Thank you.
If I can highlight a bit, uh, this is the opportunity that we have to collect the right data that we want, that we consider important. So I saw here, Pastor, that you have former religion, conversion methods. So if you are, this is the opportunity. The member is being baptized. Is the opportunity that we have to ask him some questions that will be important for us to analyze. So that's the connection. If you get good data, we can have good analysis also. So, yeah, that's it for the baptismal form. I hope not over too much on the time. What I saw some churches doing, let's say in Sabbath, they have one person with their phones. Let me share my screen again. Maybe that can help. Uh, So you have the clerk or some people with their phones, and if you go, let's try to find my record here. Um, in the member form, you can use your phone to take a picture also. So that's one option that okay, you have one day to take pictures, and you can even inform people if they like to dress up somehow. Yeah, you have people there. We yeah, you see here. Yeah, you could take a picture, add the record. You don't need to wait the baptism form to add the record if you don't want. You can add them as an interest first. As a you add as an interest, we put the photo. You can prepare all this before. Usually, baptism form is filled before the baptism for a while, 1 week at least, and then you have this option then to work on the profile. And then with baptism, you just search for the person, and then you're okay. So let's see if I want to add it to this. I choose upload. I have the option here to take a picture with, let's say, self, right? And use this image as my picture, profile picture. Okay? Questions? Yeah, we have.
WAD form. Since we would subsequently want to upload them, I see it's a two-page document. Is it possible we can have it probably this landscape portrait, so we have it all on one document? So scanning it and uploading will be easier. Just a suggestion, though. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for the two features that we want to present now. And thank you so much.
I know that we have done a lot, and your union have done a lot to help us, all of us working on this on ACMS. We have two platforms in one for WhatsApp and the second one on Telegram. If you go on the Telegram one, you will see all these forms, even some videos, everything, resources that can help you as you are thinking or as you are stuck in something or the other. And then the second intention of that platform, if you have an issue, you can crowd out there. You can drop a message, I need this and that. So let the church clerks, everybody, the Telegram one, by the time we created it, WhatsApp was only, taking it to consideration 200 and I think 56 or something. Now is larger. But on the Telegram one, any church clerk can join. You can send a link to them, and they can make use of all those useful things. And if you see any other thing that can be useful, you can also share on that platform. Thank you.
It's time for food. Bon appetit.